unwilling to change our very dangerous immigration laws. We are indeed, as reported, giving strong considerations to placing illegal immigrants in sanctuary cities only. The radical left always seems to have an open borders, open arms policy. So this should make them happy. Exclamation point, question mark. So the story goes on, and we'll keep you updated with that recent tweet. This in the last few minutes that we will talk about it here on Outnumbered. Melissa?
All right, you could call it the Amazon tax senator and White House candidate, by the way, Elizabeth Warren, making the online giant the poster child for her plan to raise $1 trillion with a proposed 7% tax on corporate profits above $100 million. Warren singling out the company in a post on media for managing to pay zero in federal income taxes in 2018, despite profits topping $10 billion. An Amazon spokesperson responding, quote, Amazon pays all the taxes we are required to pay in the U.S. and every country where we operate, including paying $2.6 billion in corporate tax and reporting $3.4 billion in tax expense over the last 3 years. Warren firing back, tweeting, in response to my plan, Amazon says it's all the taxes that we are required to pay. It pays all the taxes we're required to pay. I think that was supposed to say. Yeah, I know. You made more than $10 billion in profits last year, and you were required to pay $0 in federal corporate taxes. That's the problem. Under her plan, Warren estimates that Amazon would pay nearly $700 million in taxes, and she does not realize the irony, Kennedy, of what she is doing there and their response and her response to it, because they paid zero taxes because that's how the law is constructed. Absolutely right. And it's totally illegal. They took their deductions and everything else, and she's criticizing them for following the law as opposed to changing the law if you don't like it.
Let's go one step further. Because number one, taxation is theft. Number two, we should all practice legal tax avoidance.
Yes.
And number three, she is calling for complicating an already overly complicated tax code, which wasn't eased in the way Republicans had promised. So Elizabeth Warren can come in, she's a total statist. So if she wants the federal government to take more and to get more, then make it simpler. And that's like if you eliminate the deductions, don't pile on.
It's adding a layer to the clause.
Yeah.
Just get rid of what it is in the first place, but let them not pay if that's what your problem is.
Well, I do think it's interesting that Elizabeth Warren is, talking about taxing the rich on the same week that we find out that she's a millionaire, which is kind of admirable.
For her solar panels.
Right.
She took the
It's
deduction. Same deduction.
There you go. And we have a little hypocrisy there.
Yeah.
Solar
Do
panels.
they deliver solar panels like if you're a Prime member?
So,
Oh my gosh, that's new. Let's look.
I obviously don't join you guys at Fox Business Network, but I do, run an economics plan at home. And I would just want to know, does it make a difference to Senator Warren that Amazon reportedly now hires, including their seasonal 100,000, some 575,000 people?
And they raised their minimum wage.
Yeah, $15 for a lot of them.
It was like AOC.
So that should make her happy, right? Because, Democrats like that.
AOC
Wage
ran
setting, if
Amazon
you
out of
will.
New York here, and they were going to create a bunch of jobs here, and they were going to bring in tax revenue, by the way, and help
And
New
her
York, one would
constituents
presume.
will remember that. And New Yorkers are not happy about that.
That's so true.
They like having opportunity, especially the economic variety, it turns out.
If what she was trying to do here is create an alternative minimum tax for corporations and saying nobody should get away with paying zero, fine. But what she doesn't understand, I think, is that this is a company, if they're either going to do business somewhere else or they're going to use less labor, that businesses find a way around taxes when that is what they don't want to pay, and they do it legally.
Yeah.
So,
And you remember with President Trump's tax cut, the trickle-down effect there, when, these big companies were cutting people checks.
Yeah, real quickly, Ed Henry, does this have any tinge of socialism to it to you?
Sure, it follows what she and Bernie Sanders and others want to do, and that's going to be on the ballot, literally this time. And President Trump is hoping and praying that Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders gets the nomination, because that's going to be socialism versus capitalism on the line.
And
All right.
so